Hey guys, Oakley here, and welcome back to another video of FIFA 10 commentary. This one's a pro ranked match, and I've done pro ranked match for two reasons. One, I was playing with my mate, and the second is pro ranked matches can be really good if you get a good NE who knows how to pass the ball and when to pass the ball, and doesn't just pass between the players he's controlling. So I'll just tell you what positions we're playing. My mate's playing up front, he's got a few goals, and I'm playing left mid. And I have a relatively quiet game. I end up on a 7.5, I think it was. So yeah, and our pros aren't as good as they were because we've both got new Xboxes since FIFA came out, and we haven't transferred our old players over. I've only got about 6 accomplishments for my player, and it shows there with that failed shot. So the first thing I want to talk about today is be a goalkeeper, and I I hope that they don't replace be a goalkeeper with NE. I hope they keep NE in the game, so you get a choice of NE, goalkeeper, and then all the way to striker. It's just a number of reasons for this. Is you can't replace the computer with, you can't replace a human, sorry, with the computer, because there are certain times when the computer doesn't look for the easy ball and it tries and runs past the other team and loses the ball. And there's other times when it just it doesn't do the correct thing to do. It tries and sometimes does too much. And obviously, if you get a good NE in pro rank matches, it can really make a difference between a good game and a poor game. So I hope they keep the option of you can choose any goalkeeper, defenders, midfielders, strikers. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the kick option, and that's ringing. My phone's ringing, so I'm just going to have to leave that. So the kick option to kick the goalkeeper, that's a great idea because obviously in FIFA 10 the NE can really cause you to have a bad game if he doesn't know when to pass the ball, if he tries and passes it between his own players. So yeah, that's a good option. Hopefully they do it for the whole team because it's not just the NE in FIFA 10 who can cause you to have a bad game. There's people who stand in front of free kicks because they're not taking it. There's people that whenever they get the ball they shoot. So hopefully you get an option of kicking sort of anyone on your team. I'm guessing it's going to be like Modern Warfare where you press the back button, it brings up a list of the players on your team, and then you press the A button or another button to kick them. And if they get enough kicks, they'll obviously get booted from the game. So that's a great addition because goalkeepers have got the potential to ruin the game, just like the NE have in FIFA 10. The other thing I wanted to talk about is I hope they give 100% control over your player because there are certain situations where you'll have a shot and you'll miss, and your player will put his hands in his head, and then you're practically out of the game. And if your team wins the ball back, you're in an offside position and you can't do anything about it. So if you're given 100% control, you can stop that from happening and you're not taking out the game. I don't mind that happening when the ball's gone out of play, but when it's still in play, you should still have control over your keeper. And the worst one for it is when you pass the ball. This is especially in offline matches, when you pass the ball and you're frozen in that position and you cannot move until the ball comes to you, and then by the time the ball comes to you, someone's already nicked it off you. So you need to be able to come to meet the ball. It happens in certain situations, but sometimes you just cannot move your player, and it really does affect the game. The other feature I wanted to see is, or not feature, is to be more lenient with positioning. Because in pro rank matches, especially when you're on the wings, if you're how this shot did not go in, I do not know. I expect that to hit the side netting, go in, and start celebrating, but it didn't. But as I was saying, positioning, if you don't score in pro rank matches, you usually get around about a 7, or a 6 or a 7, maybe an 8, especially if you don't get an assist as well. But on the wings, if the other team's attacking, it expects you to be basically in line with the ball wherever it is. So if the other team's shooting, it expects you to be on the edge of your area. But as soon as that ball gets cleared to the halfway line, that's where it expects you to be. And obviously, as I said, if you don't score or get an assist, your positioning really does affect your rating. And as much as I don't care what rating I get, I don't like to get a 6, a 5 or a 6 as a rating. And one of the sort of reasons I can see that they can be a bit more lenient. If you took Wayne Rooney and they simulated a Manchester United game where he didn't score, because he drops back deep, he drops out wide, his rating would probably be around about 6, and that's obviously not the case. So hopefully they're a bit more realistic of where your player is to where he should be, or just get rid of it altogether. Really, I know you can turn it off so you don't have to look at it, but I still prefer to have it on because it lets me know where I should be so I can get my rating up. Oh, I haven't mentioned the teams either. I'm Manchester United, or me and mate are Manchester United, and the other team is FC Porto. I believe they're FC Porto, just by the FCP. That's the only other team I can think of. Is Porto. Just in case any of you are wondering what the team is worth for this pro rank match. So I'm coming to the end of this video, and I just wanted to ask your opinions of whether you think this is a better game for editing, because this is just constant shots. There was plenty of shots in this game, so I could edit it with just shots. Whereas in my last video, I had to include some build-up play that didn't result in shots. So if you prefer this type of video with constant shots, let me know, and I'll try to do all my videos like this rather than having build-up play that doesn't lead to anything. But if you prefer the first video, then just let me know, and I can accommodate how I edit the game. So this game's ended now. It ended 5-2. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.